Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning.
It's your old pal Ken. It's your old pal Stacy DC. And guess what? If she and I are together having a little sip of coffee from our branded mugs available at the Hallmark store for $15.99.
Danvers.
Probably on sale for the holiday, Thanksgiving.
10% off.
10% off for Turkey Day.
We're a 10% off kind of crew.
The Nat can only mean one thing. What's that, Stace?
We've got Saturday morning fever, buddy.
She swings down the street and I'm feeling up the stars above. Everyone can say she made a monkey of me. She's my one and only love.
Hey, so you know what happens every Saturday morning. I get together with my best pal in the world and we try out some cereal because we love it. We love cereal. We're cereal enthusiasts. And we try a new cereal every week to give you an idea of what they might be like, because you're probably looking for a cereal to try out too. Now.
And we like bossing people around.
Right. And sometimes they're brand new, never before seen cereal, and sometimes they're old classics. It's comforting sometimes, especially during days like these, to have an old classic, and that's what we got today, everybody. It's Honeycomb. Now, to our younger viewers, no bells may be ringing, but to our older viewers, you might be excited because you might remember Honeycomb from back in the day. Now, Honeycomb was created by Post Cereal back in 1965. Back then, the mascot was a cowboy named the Honeycomb Kid.
Grandpa, forest fires blocking the road to town. And we're out of cereal.
The Honeycomb Kid will take care of things. He's our hero.
Honeycomb, breakfast sweet as honey, post honeycomb for your phone. Tomorrow morning in your home, sweet home, enjoy the evening treat called Honeycomb.
Also, here's something else that I want to say about them. This is, you don't really...
Hey, take your time.
You don't really get this very often now, but they had great prizes back in the day. Did you even grow up in a world where you got prizes in your cereal boxes?
Yes, barely. But a lot of the cereals that we had in my house didn't come with prizes.
Back
Tattoos and things, right?
Yeah, so back in the 60s, you would get little cowboys and Indians. I know you can't say that now. Cowboys and Native Americans. You would get...
And we'll be done with cowboys too.
Yeah, probably cowboys is no good either. But you would get like, they had a, you get Matchbox cars. You know Matchbox cars, little cars?
Uh-huh.
And perhaps greatest of all was Monster Mitts. They were like thin plastic gloves, but they had like
a dope toy.
Yeah, but you put them on, and then wow, you're a monster.
And you would get these in the honeycomb.
And they would come in the honeycomb. You get like I remember the Monkees. Do you remember the band the Monkees?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So the Monkees did they released their greatest hits. I forget, it was like 1971 or 1972, and they released them, the greatest hits, as different records on the back of various cereal boxes. That's how they did it. Fun.
Super cool. I love it. Why can't we do shit like that anymore?
So, and then in the 1970s, when I was deep in the world of Saturday morning cartoons, they come up with a whole new thing, which was the Honeycomb Hideout.
Okay.
So here's what would happen. First of all, came up with one of the catchiest jingles of the decade. If you're my age, you remember it.
You gonna sing it?
Yeah. Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no. Honeycomb's got big, big taste. Big, big taste and a big, big bite.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no. Honeycomb's got a big, big bite. Big, big taste and a big, big bite.
All of us kids, we'd run around, we'd sing it.
Did you remember that, or did you have to look it up?
No, it's embedded in the brain.
Oh, cool. I loved it. I think you did a great job with that.
Thank you. And then so they had the Honeycomb Hideout, and what would happen in the Honeycomb Hideout would be a bunch of kids. they'd have their own little hideout. It would be like a little cabin that they'd all hang out in, and then various celebrities would come and try to get some honeycomb, which is a little fucking pervy if you think about it, but that's how the ads went. And like they had a fake Fonzie showed up once, Muhammad Ali showed up, a whole roller derby team showed up once to the Honeycomb Hideout. They were very exciting as far as commercials go.
We're going to the Honeycomb Hideout.
Big Bully's back.
My big friends want to try honeycomb.
He says it's real big.
It is.
Hey, is it big?
Hey, it's big.
And post-honeycomb cereal's part of a balanced breakfast. Wow, neat CB iron-on. Got it in honeycomb. Right on. I got smoky bait.
CB Iron-Ons won a neat specially marked box of honeycomb.
Hey, you got dragon. 10-4, good buddy.
It was very always honeycomb was always very keyed into pop culture of the time. In the 2000s, like a lot of cereals, they were finding their sales slump as parents looked for healthier alternatives. And
So this wasn't it?
no, this was not it.
Okay.
I mean, I like the honesty in cereal back in the 70s. Sugar Corn Pops, you know, Super Sugar Crisp was another popular one. I mean,
Super sugar.
they just let it all hang out, and then all of a sudden they were like, well, I'm not going to give my kid Super Sugar Crisp. He'll grow up, you know, with diabetes.
It's a value statement eating those.
Right, so they had to change, you know, everything around. So they changed the formula, put less sugar in it, whatever. Nobody liked it. So it was like the new Coke fiasco. Here's the new honeycomb. I don't want the new honeycomb. Here's the new Coke.
Yes.
I don't want the new Coke. I like the old Coke. I think luckily you're young enough that you didn't even have to deal with new Coke. I think it came and went before you were even born.
So I just have new Coke, you mean?
You just have old Coke.
Oh, well, I heard old Coke is the best.
The old Coke obviously is the best.
So we're back on old Coke.
So in the 80s, like mid 80s I think, they were like, guess what? We reinvented Coke. We got a new Coke.
What was the difference?
And everybody was like, it tasted more like Pepsi. And everybody was like, I don't want this. Why are you giving me this? And then they had to go back to the old Coke.
But Mexican Coke is much better.
Mexican Coke is great because that has real sugar in it. It has real sugar.
Yeah.
Because like the American Coke has corn syrup, and then Mexican Coke
Real sugar.
has cane sugar. You can't get it that. You can get it sometimes. You know where you can get it? Weirdly enough, sometimes Home Depot. I don't know why. Mexican Coke.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Can I start eating this?
Yeah. Have you had a dry run?
I love the dry run. That's why I really want to dive in.
Also around that time, they expanded in the 2000s. There was strawberry blasted honeycomb, which added strawberry flavoring, chocolate honeycomb, Cinegram honeycomb.
Ooh, these all sound great.
But again, that's not what people wanted, so they went back to the original. So here's the thing: what we're eating today is the original honeycomb. Now, honeycomb's big. Yeah. You can see they're very big as far as pieces of cereal go. They're not small. No.
That was cute.
How great is the cereal?
I love it.
You never think when you get a little older and you buy a house or whatever and you got a big backyard?
I can't imagine this ever happening for me.
Do you ever think to be like, you know, I'm going to take up beekeeping. I'm going to get a little hive.
Yeah. No, I don't. I've never thought of I'm going to do any of the keeping. Like, I just know I'm not cut out for that. But actually, I guess if you gave me the gear, I'd give it a shot. It doesn't seem like a fun hobby, but I love honey. And I think, you know, we got to save the bees too, right? So there's this sort of obligation.
I just feel like I can see you as a person with a hive.
I know.
You get
I
that,
told you. I mean, it's like a burden. I think I'm supposed to have one.
you get that vibe to you.
I want to play with bees. That is
Yeah.
a confusing vibe to give off.
Well, I mean, you know, you like nature and you like the outside and you have environmental concerns. And it seems to me like if you had the space and a little time, you'd go, hey, I'm gonna grow some fucking bees back here.
It's true.
Maybe I'll start my own little business, Stacy's Honey, and make it put it in little jars. All right, so, let's have our slurp. We're finished. Before we slurp, what do you think of honeycomb cereal?
I really like it. I think it maybe will be introduced into my like repertoire.
Isn't it great? So tell me what you liked about it.
I like that it wasn't too sweet, but it kind of was. It's like they captured honey really well. It didn't taste like really awful fake artificial honey. I like the texture. Kind of reminded me of like corn puffs maybe, but with honey. And I thought those two things went well together. I love the appearance, the shape.
Yep.
And I feel like I could definitely eat 2 bowls of those on a regular basis.
And the Fonz likes it too. All right, let's slurp. Here we go. Yeah!
That's so good, buddy.
Boom! That was a tasty slurp. That was one of the tastiest slurps I've had.
I agree. It was like a soft, sweet honey.
Oh,
but not too sweet.
fantastic.
Bam!
I'm gonna say that this is a 4-bowl cereal.
For sure.
4 bowls for our old pal Honeycomb.
You really set me up for this one.
See you at the Honeycomb Hideout, everybody. Until then, I want you to stay sweet
And stay crunchy.